Hello friends, welcome in. Thank you for joining me today for your yoga practice. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it and get started in fire toes. So stretching through all 10 of your toes. You may have to peel your pinky toes out. And if you're here and you're already like, this is way too much, you can always come up onto the knees, or you can take any comfortable seat for you. But if you're with me, stay in fire toes. We have some love to our feet that many of us tend to neglect, me included. And if you're comfortable, inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, draw your right hand down your back. For a tricep stretch, you can use your left hand to push the elbow to help reach your right hand down, or maybe it feels good to wrap around and interlace your fingers. Notice how your breath is just naturally flowing at the start of your practice. On your next inhale, we'll release both arms overhead. And exhale, left hand travels down your back for your tricep stretch over on this side. Maybe find your bind. Start to draw longer inhales. And then let all of it go on the exhale. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, eagle arms. We'll take right arm underneath the left. Maybe you reach your palms together. Maybe we're just forearm to forearm. Just mindfully pulling your shoulder blades apart and breathing into that space we're creating. Inhale to lift the elbows. Exhale, unwind. We'll take it to the other side. Left arm crosses underneath. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale to release. And then if you haven't already, begin to shift your weight forward, out of the toes. Whew. Maybe give some taps for a nice counter stretch. And to continue our counter stretch, sit back onto the bottoms of the feet. Maybe it feels good to bring your knees up off the mat a couple inches. Want an extra challenge, you can try to reach your arms out in front of you, find that balance. Remember listening to your body, finding what feels good, listening to our ankles. One more breath here. Exhale, shift your way through a tabletop. All fours, hands stacked below the shoulders, knees below the hips. We'll find a few rounds of cat-cow. Just want to inhale, drop the belly, shine the chest forward for cow. And exhale, round for cat. Moving intentionally with our breath, finding our flow. Take a few more rounds, find what feels good. Maybe take some wrist stretches. Maybe find some circles with the hips. Move side to side. Get all those nice healthy pops out. I don't know if my mic can catch that, but it really gets my hips. On an inhale, plant the left palm, reach the right hand up overhead. Exhale, thread the needle. Right arm slides under the left hand and come to rest onto the side of your head. Outer right arm. And take a couple breaths here. Inhale to expand. And exhale to twist. Bring out all that negative energy. One more deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, plant the left hand, reach back up through the right. Exhale, take it to the other side. Right hand plants. Inhale, left hand reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle. Taking a few breaths here, get comfortable. It may feel good to allow the eyes to close. Inhale, plant through the right palm as you reach the left hand up overhead. Exhale, tabletop. So here we'll shift the weight forward, knees go back a couple inches, and slowly lower all the way down to your bellies. Inhale, baby cobra. Hands stay where they are, and lift the chest. So press through your tops of your feet, your pubic bone, to activate your lower back muscles. Exhale, release. We'll repeat this a couple more times. Inhale to press up. You can always press slightly higher through the hands or even come up onto the elbows. Exhale, lower. Take one more, your variation. Exhale, release. Plant the palms under the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Option, send it through tabletop to plank to down dog. Or you can go straight up into your plank. And then send the hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. Take some pedals, some hip sways, whatever feels good to you. Might feel good to just stay still. Inhale, gaze forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees, step, hop, float. Make your way to the front of the mat, forward fold. Allow your knees to bend here. Crown of the head reaches towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Slowly rise. Crown of the head, last to rise. Amazing. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, twist right. Both palms open out. Hips still square to the front. And our torso twist to the right. Inhale to think about length. Crown of the head reaching tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms overhead through center. Exhale, twist to the left. So we're actively squaring our hips to the front. We may feel this tendency to splay, but we're really trying to twist through our spine. Reach back with the left hand. Inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, chaturanga. Step back, hop back, lower the knees, whatever feels good. Inhale to upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take one deep breath here. Let it go. On your next inhale, gaze between the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And here, option to interlace the hands behind your back and let gravity do the work as the hands draw towards the ground. So you can be more passive here and feel a deeper stretch through your shoulders. Or if you're looking for more active, you can press the palms together and feel the stretch more in your armpit chest. Maybe you play around, maybe you know what you like. One more deep breath here. Exhale, wrap the hands. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back, hop back. Find a chaturanga. We'll all meet downward facing dog. One deep breath here. Exhale, let it go. Now on your next inhale, send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, open for scorpion. Send your knee to the sky. May feel good to do some ankle rolls or draw circles with the knee. Take a couple moments. On an inhale, back to three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between the hands. Drop the back knee, low lunge. On an inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, reach down, right hand in front of the right foot. We're going to practice for our bind for later bird of paradise. So right hand in front, inhale, left hand reaches up. You can stay here, play with your balance. We're drawing everything in towards center to keep us upright, hugging into the midline. And then it might feel good to wrap this left hand around. Maybe your hands meet behind your back, behind your right hip. Tapping into that balance, really grounding through your right foot. Inhale. Exhale, maybe you play with straightening that front leg, half split with your bind. Embrace the wobbles. Okay, if you fall. One more breath here. Inhale back to the low lunge. Find your twist. And then we'll make our way through high lunge. Tuck the toes on that back foot. Inhale, arms reach overhead. So strong legs, shoulders are relaxed. Down our back, keeping distance from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, chair. So keep your front leg bent as we step up. Right foot meets the left foot meets the right, and we sink in our chair. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step it back, hop back. Take a chaturanga, where we'll all just meet in a downward dog. Take a breath or two. Always pause, grab a water. Do whatever you need to do. This is your practice. When you're ready, on your next inhale, left leg goes high, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, scorpion. Send your left knee up towards the sky. Optional ankle rolls, hip circles, whatever feels good. Inhale back to three-legged. Exhale, step it through, finding a low lunge. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, left hand plants to the right of our left foot, to the front of it. And we'll find our twist. So right hand reaches up. Tap into that balance. And then maybe it feels good to wrap around and try for a bind. Your hands can be fully interlaced. You can just find a finger. It can also just be reaching. You can also grab a sock or a strap to help you bring that distance closer. Inhale. Exhale, half splits, with or without your bind. Grounding through the left heel and the right knee and that top of the right foot. Also option to have it tucked if that feels more supportive for you. Whew. We'll make our way back through our low lunge. And then setting up high lunge, tuck the back toes. Inhale, arms rise up. Find your balance, hug everything up and in. Inhale. Exhale, chair pose. Right foot meets the left. Both legs are bent. Sitting in our chair. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, or just meet in downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths, grab your water. I'm gonna turn my space heater off because I do not need it anymore. Beautiful. Now when you're ready, on your inhale, three-legged dog, right leg reaches high. Exhale, step it through in between the hands. Setting up for high lunge here. Inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale to straighten that front leg and reach forward and down, triangle pose. Hand can find the mat, can hover for extra fire in the core, elbow on the thigh, even grab a block. Inhale, and exhale, extended side angle. We'll bend into our front leg. An option here to find your bind. So rest your right torso along your thigh as you reach around, maybe wrap and find a bind. On your next inhale, straighten that front leg back to triangle with or without your bind. Inhale. Exhale, we'll all unbind and walk our fingertips all the way around to a forward fold to the left side of our mat. A wide-legged forward fold. Might feel good to stay stagnant, or you can also bend through each leg, taking side lunges, stretching through our inner thighs. Maybe you go for a full skandasana or a full side lunge if that feels good. One more round of breath. And on an inhale, we'll walk our hands back towards the front of the mat. Plant the hands, send the right leg back, three-legged dog. And exhale, chaturanga. Option to keep the leg lifted or just meet in a down dog and skip it. Take a couple breaths. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg high. Exhale, step it through for a high lunge. So inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg as you reach, tilting the hips back, and find your triangle pose. Remember, you can always grab a block or a book, or place your forearm against your thigh. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, optional bind. On an inhale, straighten your front leg back towards triangle. Careful not to lock the leg. Always want to keep a micro bend in the knee. And exhale, unwind the hands and walk your fingertips over to the right side for wide-legged forward fold. Take a few moments. Take a couple breaths, either in stillness or finding play with skandasana. And on an inhale, walk our hands back towards the front and send the left leg back, three-legged dog. And exhale, chaturanga or downward dog. Take a couple breaths before we repeat, and we're going to add a little bit more on to our sequence. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. And here we're going to exhale, cactus arms, open the chest. And then we'll send the chest forward as we hover, airplane arms. Firing up through our right leg. Don't forget your breath. Inhale, we'll rise back up and find a warrior two. On your next inhale, triangle pose. Straighten the leg and fold over. Exhale, extended side angle, optional bind. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more open in your shoulder and your chest. Inhale to straighten. Triangle pose. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Maybe you feel warmed up to take a full skandasana over to the left. Keeping your spine nice and long. Reach your crown of the head towards the sky. Tailbone is tucked underneath us. And exhale to the other side. A couple breaths here. And then we'll plant our hands in the middle, find our wide-legged fold. Inhale, three-legged dog, hands plant, right leg goes out high. Exhale, chaturanga. Take a couple breaths. On your next inhale, three-legged dog, left leg. Exhale, high lunge. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, cactus. And we fold. Woo. Embrace the wobbles. So here we have airplane arms. We're firing up through the left leg as we hover over. Embrace the shakes. One more deep breath. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale to triangle. Exhale, extended side angle, maybe with the bind. Inhale, straighten back to triangle. And exhale, unwind and find your wide-legged fold. Maybe you take your full skandasana over towards the right. Inhale. Exhale over to the left, hands or no hands. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, three-legged dog. Square that left foot and send it back. Exhale, chaturanga. Take a couple breaths here. We're moving on to our final sequence. Inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, half moon. So we're going to reach our right hand slightly forward as our left leg lifts up and our hips stack open. Left hip stacking over our right. Careful to keep a slight bend in that right knee to protect our joints. Inhale. Exhale. Can you make your way with control to warrior two? Inhale for triangle. Exhale, extended side angle. If you're taking your bind here, you can try for a bird of paradise. So holding your bind, gaze goes towards that right foot. You can find a little bit of momentum as we step our left foot up to meet the right. And then shift all your weight into your left foot to be your left standing leg. And then with control, maybe you can lift the toes off. Maybe you can keep rising. And maybe you go to straighten that right leg. So we're strong in the left leg, the left glute, doing a lot of work for us. One deep breath in. And exhale slowly with control. We're going to find our way back. So right foot will plant down. Shift the left foot back for our extended side angle. Nice work. Inhale, straighten the leg for triangle. And exhale to unbind and find wide-legged fold. Here it may feel good to just fold and stay still. Maybe take your legs out slightly wider than normal. And take a couple breaths. Take one more breath here. Exhale, let it go. Start to come up. And on your inhale, find your three-legged dog. So square the right foot, send it back. Then exhale, chaturanga or downward dog. Take a couple breaths before we repeat our final sequence on our left side. When you're ready, inhale, left leg goes out long. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, half moon. So left fingertips reach slightly in front as we stack our hips, finding that balance, turning on that left glute. Don't forget to breathe. You can find a focal point or drishti to help your balance, whether that's a spot on the wall or a spot on your plant. Inhale and exhale. Can you, with control, find warrior two? Inhale, triangle. Exhale, extended side angle. You can find your bind. Try for bird of paradise on this side. Notice it may feel different on other side, either easier or harder. And find your momentum. And then shift the weight into your right standing leg. Maybe the left foot rises off the mat. And maybe you go to straighten. Don't forget your breath. And on an exhale, slowly with control, lower down, finding our way back. And when you're ready, inhale, triangle pose, straighten the leg. And exhale, unbind, find your wide-legged fold. So before we start our cool down sequence, if there's any pose that you wanted to cover, you're working on, that we didn't get to today, feel free to practice that now. Whether that's an inversion, an arm balance, optional handstand. This is always a fun transition from wide-legged fold. And when you're ready, we'll meet back in our wide-legged fold. And inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg goes out high. Exhale, chaturanga. And then from here, we'll actually take it to a child's pose. Knees can go out wide for extended, arms out in front. Or you can always draw the knees in together, whatever feels more comforting and supportive for you today. Take a few moments here. Some nice cleansing breaths, maybe open mouth exhales. Let it all that stale air out. And when you're ready, we'll come back up and find our way into a seat. Legs out long in front of us, setting up for a fold. Start in staff, so place your hands beside you on the mat, pressing away. So reach your crown of your head up to the sky, really long spine. This is great for posture. If you sit at a desk all day like me. Can also maybe help to get on your fist or place some blocks here for support. Inhale. And exhale, while keeping that length in the spine. Walk your hands forward, either for the shins or the backs of the feet, to get a nice stretch in the backs of your legs and your lower back. Stay here for a few moments. Take a few nice deep breaths. Inhale, we'll come up. We'll draw our right foot across our left knee and find a twist. Left elbow meets the outside of the right thigh, and right fingertips come behind. Inhale to sit up tall. Exhale to deepen your twist. Couple rounds of breath here. And we'll release. Take it to the other side. Left leg comes in. Left foot plants next to the right knee. And find our twist. And then we'll release. Slowly make our way down to our backs. Setting up for figure four. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Reach for the back of your left thigh to hug the leg in. Our shoulders are down, relaxed, supported underneath us. And just take a few breaths here. One more breath here. And then we'll take it to the other side. Take a few moments. Notice how you're feeling towards the end of our practice. And then release. Send the left leg long. Hug your right knee in. And guide it over to the left side for supine twist. So right shoulder blade stays glued in. Find cactus arm or just straight arm. One more breath here. And then drawing back through center, send your right leg long. Hug in the left knee. And we'll guide it across our bodies to the right. Supine twist. One more breath here. And we'll take both legs out long to set up for savasana, our final resting pose. I invite you to just take a few moments before your next thing for yourself to be present and just to rest with the earth supporting us below. Allow all your muscles to relax. Any tension just melt away into our mat. There's absolutely no rush. If you're ready, we'll begin to bring awareness back into our bodies. Wiggle through the toes. And roll through your ankles. We'll wiggle through the fingertips. Roll the wrists. And then taking your time, we'll make our way into a seat and take one last breath together. You can roll over to one side through fetal. Whenever we're all here, again, no rush. Last one up is a rotten egg. Anyways, we'll take one last breath. Hands meet at heart center. Inhale into the thumbs. And exhale, bow your head. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. I hope you all had a great class and a great practice, and you enjoyed your time spent on your mat. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, let me know if there's anything you want to see more of, or you just want to see, and I would love to make that happen for you. But thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Go lay down. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Okay, girl. Okay, go away then. Now, let me finish. Let me finish.